From the most logical to the most fabulous. Wolf Cybertron Siege, Leader Class, Shockwave. Today in Guerrilla Review. Yep, it's another trilogy line, and we've luckily managed to get another Shockwave involved. This time in the first wave of the leaders, which gets us into a bit of a debate because, well, this figure, despite the size of being a Voyager class, is at the leader price point, which many find difficult to swallow. But we also have to remember that many things play into that situation, such as the parts count and the paint apps. And taking that into effect, we do see a lot of parts here and a decent amount of paint apps and a decent amount of engineering costs as well. So it is a very hard pill to swallow, but it's something that we've had to deal with for years, isn't it? At least we get a nice battleship mode. Whatever that's worth. If that excites you. Now, there's something a lot of people have noticed. If we fold down this parts of the bridge and remove the extraneous parts here and make it battleship mode, turn this way, and we get something that is now officially not from Hasbro that says, no, this isn't a gun, it's a spaceship. Although they did a lot harder with creating the spaceship look with Shockwave than they did with 6-Shot, didn't they? But if it excites you, you can indeed have the equivalency of that, of the G1 version. Yeah. Moving on to the rest of the transformation, we'll fold this upward, fold these arms down, and here's a bit of impressive engineering. This is actually based off of the Masterpiece version of this. So it actually closes up and creates this rather compact backpack, as opposed to the G1 just battery box. But still, it's nice. Okay, we'll unplug this and plug it into here. Disconnect this part. Fold down, fold inward, like so, for the legs. Repeat. Twist the legs around, fold down the chest, bring out the head. Come on. Okay, there we go. And there we are. Shockwave in robot mode. Here in robot mode, we see something, well, we do see a Shockwave here, with some fabulous slide piping. The MP style backpack, which is a very nice touch. The hose, which you can plug into either the bottom or the side, however you prefer. And a very nice deep dark purple, as opposed to some light purples, mostly in the Japanese version, but hey. You have to take your base robot mode. The head does rotate, shoulders on an upward swivel, as well as a bit of a hinge, double hinge joint. You also have measuring peg for the upper elbow, little bicep, and the basic hinge joint for the regular elbow. Waist rotation, hinge joint for the hips, and basic joint for the knees, as well as ankle tilt. So you have that. Now, as for these components, these do actually combine into something of a sort of weapon sled, thus kind of making the whole price point of the leader class a bit more viable, if only a little bit. Anyway, you kind of attach these foot parts right here. They do actually connect, and then you kind of have to put these parts here into, well, that. I know it's weird, but it does at least make some more factor into it. Gotta make up for that price point somehow for the parts count. As I saw earlier, these parts do combine onto him to create this sort of super Shockwave, which, while looking a little silly, actually kind of reminds you of very 80s with the shoulder pads. So it's actually giving them this sort of bizarre look of being surprisingly fabulous. But you'll see, okay, there's these parts to the feet. There's this part to the backpack, obviously. Like, yeah, here we go. Yes. Plunk, plunk. Kind of eventually plugs it right in. Now these parts you can either have it like this, or this is the sort of tailcoat look, or like that. How you please. Anyway, you pull these parts down for additional, well, cannon arms, and you just kind of slide them in. They do peg in right there. There we are. And yes, with those massive shoulder pads and platform shoes and massive backpack, it does give them this rather peculiar, if undeniably impressive look. And with all of this on, the head still rotates fine, shoulders still move perfectly fine. With these additional arms, they do have this peg joint and an additional elbow joint. Waist rotation is unhindered, and you kind of lose the ankle tilt for the platform shoes, but still, not bad. I will admit, the leader class pressing is a little difficult to take with what is effectively a Voyager Guerrilla with a lot of accessories, but still, there's fun to be had here. And if you're a Shockwave fan like myself, well, it's goofy, but it is impressive. Anyway, I'm Deceptiwolf. This has been War for Cybertron Siege Leader Class Shockwave, and you remind you all, free your mind, free your toys.